What are we going to talk about today, Julius?
We're going to talk about Nintendo Direct.
Directly with you.
That was lame. So last year, let's move on to the Q&A.
Okay.
Kong asks, how do you get to be in a Nintendo Direct? We begged for months.
Yeah, or we begged for years.
Years.
Right. There's no way of skipping the line, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want you to do it, then they'll tell you to do it.
Yeah. I remember when we discussed marketing tactics, we were sort of just doing a list. What could we do together with Nintendo? We discussed creating 3DS home menu theme, which we did.
Yeah.
Puzzle panels, notifications, and of course Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I think you sent them an email asking for all these things at once.
Yeah, well, I sort of summed them up in one email and said, give us all this. And
please.
Right. Or let us do these things without the smiley at the end this time. I felt that it was a brilliant game, right? It should really be highlighted. Of course, I'm super biased when I say that. When
we discussed this without you,
Oh, you discussed it without me, did you?
Yeah, right. Before we pitched it to you. I, among others, felt that there are all these things we can do if we ask. Why not just ask for it? Sure, yeah. You get to a certain age, right? Where rejection isn't the worst thing on the planet. You get rejected so many times, right? Yeah, so, which means you can move on and do cooler things. Yeah, there's never any harm in asking anyone about anything. Life advice. The golden lesson here. Yeah. Next question. How powerful did you feel doing the direct hand gesture? This comes from Jamil Starkweather. Right. That one, right. Yeah. We can start with the reason why you didn't do the direct hand gesture in the actual Nintendo Direct. There's a longer story around that, but yeah, Iwata-san had passed. Yeah, it would have been just one of those too soon things, or it's not fun. Don't pretend to be him, right? Or, so. Because this was the first Nintendo Direct since his passing, and we didn't know if there ever was going to be a Nintendo Direct after him as well. Right. So even asking about it was, we weren't sure if we were asking for something that was never going to be done. So I'm not sure how the deliberations went on the Nintendo side, but I think it was certainly must have been one of the options that, okay, this was an Iwata-san thing. Yeah. Let's find other modes of PR and marketing. So doing this gesture, I did that for fun while Iwata-san was still alive. Yeah, and when we announced the SteamWorld Ambassador Challenges. Julius made me redo it 20 times. Yeah, this could be the only time we're ever going to make something like this. I didn't know we were going to make more videos. Right. Or even be in a Nintendo Direct by then. So exactly. I felt like we had to do it. Right. We had to do this. You're the consummate Nintendo fan, too, right? It's like you were doing stuff for your sake. No, we did it for. Well, I think our community is very Nintendo. Of course, among other platforms. Sure, yeah, but it would really speak to a Nintendo audience. Right. I'm talking strictly from a marketing perspective here. Okay. Tony Coffee asks, "Was it hard keeping it a secret?" Yeah. Yeah, it was for me. No, it was for you. I mean, like, imagine me. I can't keep any secrets at any point. I can't. You hardly even knew what a Nintendo Direct was. Oh, that is the rudest. Long before your time. I was like, you were probably still in elementary school or something. Mm-hmm. We were in a Nintendo Direct with Nintendo showing the SteamWorld Dig, right? Yeah, I know. Oh, you remember that? Yeah, I saw it live. Right, okay, because... With Satoru Shibata. Right. A lot of humans, I mean, don't really remember stuff from their early childhood, so I just thought I'd tell you about it. This was 3 years ago. I know what a Nintendo Direct is, okay? I think it was hard keeping it a secret, right? When we knew there was going to be one, but no one else did. Right. It was hard, but it was also kind of fun. It's fun, It's really fun sitting on information. And also, we had signed like a huge NDA. So that too. So we couldn't talk about it. Of course we couldn't. Are we sitting on any secrets now? We don't sit on secrets here. It's like... No? It's a couch, right? Yeah, but you don't see the couch, do you? Kyle Eveland asks, how much control did you have? We actually had lots of creative control over this, this segment that we did. Nintendo had to sort of check everything before it broadcasted, but... Right. I think we were free to do
pretty much everything.
They do lots of different stuff. The Yokai Watch Dance.
Yep, I've seen it. So it's...
If they can do that, we can do almost anything.
And I think that's radically cool because it's Nintendo, right? You get this notion that everything is so strict, right? And as soon as they do something wacky like that, like the boundaries have moved a bit, right? We didn't really know what we could do, so we decided to just go for something very informative.
We sort of had to because there was so much we had to say
in so little time.
Yeah.
And that was one of the hardest things. You remember we had the script.
Yeah.
And we were I was speed reading it as fast as I could, right? We had a lot of creative control, but we decided to do it in sort of a setting that also people who had been watching the engine room and so on would recognize.
We were sitting here.
Right
on top of this couch.
And it looked like this. Kind of like it up here.
Yeah. So Gamer Professionals asks, what kind of standards are required to even make a Nintendo Direct segment?
I think, well, obviously you have to be a game developer or a game publisher with a game. And the game has to sort of be about to be released, right?
Yeah.
I guess those are the standards. It's
yeah, at least in our case.
You gotta have a guy like Julius who has the patience with a lot of misreadings and stuff, and who stands behind the camera and says, yeah, that sounds great.
Bobby Pauls and Fritz T. Monte Cristo asks, is there a format you must follow? A list of do's and don'ts?
Well, obviously you can't swear, right?
No, you can't. I think you have to stay on topic as well.
That's right.
Be informative.
Yeah, and those are things that you want to be. So you have to sort of sift through your information. What are they going to remember? What are the unique selling points and so on?
The biggest things we said was it's coming out in December,
right,
with a launch discount and a free theme. And this ties in with the last question from Landon Graham. Did you have to make your edit exactly minutes long? Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to make it 1 minute exactly.
So you have to make a segment that is 60 seconds long.
Yeah, at least in our case. So all in all, we had a fantastic experience doing Nintendo Direct.
Right, and it was really important because it sort of decided that the game was going to come out. Okay, imagine having one decision sort of move a whole game like that. I think it was really, really vital for us to have this done.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nintendo.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you very, very soon in a new episode of The Engine Room.
Right. This has been Julius.
And this has been Brian.
Sayonara. Bye.